I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Some said we wouldn't make it. Some said we just quit. Some said they don't have the guts to make it to 100 episodes.
Some said you guys should do something really special for the 100th episode of the greatest content on the planet.
Say it again.
Say it again. 100th episode.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
100.
In a dream that began many years ago. Just a few years ago.
A text at bedtime.
Yep, pretty
much.
much.
How do you feel about a podcast?
Yep.
I'm serious about it.
Yeah.
I'm serious about doing it.
Hell yeah.
100 meetings between the two of us, which that in itself is pretty remarkable.
Do we have more episodes than number of listeners? Probably. That's fine.
I'm good with it. I'm good. You know?
Listen.
100.
We did it.
And I got to be honest. I've entered this studio.
Arena, as some would call it.
I have entered this venue with some real weird energy on occasion. Today, I wouldn't classify the energy as necessarily good today, but I'm here because it's 100, because I like you, Ryan.
Oh, thank you.
And this is 100.
That's so nice of you.
And I was told that we need to do something special for the 100th. But I got to be honest, where's a guy going to squeeze in time? You know? There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
Life comes at you fast.
And if this was a full-time job, I would say, yeah, absolutely. You're 100% correct. But because it's not and it's more of a hobby at this point, it's like, you know, maybe we work our way around to 200 and do something special then.
125, 150?
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I don't know, hell, 109?
You know what's special? Doing 2 episodes in a row, you know. One week after another.
Not even a week.
Yeah,
Not even a week.
That's how dedicated we are to this.
100%. I think we can do something special at 103.
Ooh. I mean, that would be pretty on brand for us just to do something very kind of like off kilter.
Yeah.
Hey, it's episode 109. Let's celebrate it.
Yeah. Bringing in some great energy here for the old 100th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy the fact that most of the time you come in and it's like, no, let's just decompress about the week and let's just try to not be so mad about what's going on. And then, you know, sometimes you end it on a good note, sometimes on a somber note, and then we got to figure out a way to dig back out of that hole.
Problem is, it's not decompressing for the most part. I sit here and I get myself even more fired up.
It's just depressing.
Depressing. Yeah. Compressing.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife asked me last week. She's like, did you get the episode uploaded? I'm like, yeah. She goes, is there anything good?
No.
Anything good?
No, there's not.
And I'm like, I don't know. Do you like talking about people fighting animals? And I told her the statistic. I was like, did you know that 6% of Americans think they can beat a grizzly bear in a fight? She goes, that seems high. I said, yeah. You should listen to the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Little teaser there.
Yeah, it's 6% high. Yeah. That's how high that is.
Yeah. Nice little tangent there.
Anything good.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know, right? Like we never. And the way she said it was just kind of like we never do that.
That's Dad's friend.
She said that too. She's like, Junior, did you and your friend talk about anything good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Sure did.
Thanks, sweetie. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it.
What's her name? Sarah?
Maybe. I don't know.
Susie?
Jenna.
Jen.
Jenna.
Jen. This one's for you, Jen.
Yeah. I went and saw the Odyssey Friday.
Fun.
Yeah.
Wife and son going here shortly.
Yeah, that was another little condescending mark that she gave me. She goes, "What are you doing?" Walking back to my truck. Just went and saw a movie. She goes, "You did? Who'd you go with?" "Nobody. Just went by myself." "Really?" "Yeah, I like to do that from time to time. It's okay." You know, like she just felt like she was either really sad that I went by myself or just one of those things where it's like, that's really pathetic. You don't have enough people to go with. And I'm like,
could be both.
Could be both, but I just, sometimes you don't want to have to juggle schedules with other people and you just want to go and see a movie.
Correct.
And so I did.
Spontaneous.
So I went down to the Old Elks, downtown, did a little old-fashioned way, saved myself some money.
Yeah.
Big screen. Great movie. Had a good time. Big Christopher Nolan guy. Wasn't sure how this one was going to shake out, what direction we were going with, but I highly recommend anybody that is on the fence about seeing it. It's one of those that you need to go see it on the biggest screen possible. Go check it out. It is appointment viewing. Like, you need to go see it in theaters.
3 hours. Correct?
2 hours and 50 minutes.
Yep.
And that's only because the maximum amount of time you can put on an IMAX reel is 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I think if Nolan had his druthers, he probably would have made it a little bit longer.
Sure.
But yeah, I heard if you go actually see it in IMAX, which I might try to do when I go to work in Vegas this week, because I know they have an IMAX there.
You going by yourself?
I probably will.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Loser.
Because I appreciate it. It's okay to have time to yourself. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I might try to go catch a screening over there because I've never been to an IMAX, and I think this would be one of the perfect times to go and actually okay, this is my first IMAX appointment viewing, seeing this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're into the fantasy thing, if you're into just big movie spectacles, it's awesome. It's great without getting into too much detail. So.
Well, wife and son going to see it here shortly.
Yeah.
Taking in the old matinee.
Yeah, we'll see. Most people have enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm sure based on the movies you've talked about watching in the past, I'm sure they'll enjoy it. It's probably right up their alley. So.
Yeah, son's a big Dune guy.
Ooh, we get Dune 3 at the end of the year.
He's a Dooner.
We get Dune 3 and Avengers on the same day.
Oh, yet another Avengers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Doomsday is what they're calling it.
Oh.
Because it's Avengers Doomsday, but Dune 3 is also out on the same day. So it's like Barbenheimer from a few years ago. But
brilliant.
Yeah, little Doomsday. I might go watch 6 hours worth of movie during that day. Go watch them both. Not by myself, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got plans.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Way to schedule.
Yeah. We got Spider-Man coming in 10 days. Excited about that one, too.
What's that? What's that? Like the 28th episode or 28th different version of Spider-Man?
Well, it's the third version and the fourth movie of this third version.
Who's the main dude?
You can't,
And if you say Peter Parker, I will throat punch you.
You talking about Tom Holland?
Oh, is it Tom?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
Great, because there's been 4 of them.
Well, Batman, too. I mean, you grew up in the era where you had about 6 different Batmen.
Again, just give me a version and let's roll with it.
Well, they get old. And they're the two most iconic superheroes outside of Superman, but it's really hard to make a good Superman movie, so they've just kind of stuck with these ones that they've done. And actually, before Christopher Nolan came into the picture and did his Batman movies, nobody wanted to touch Batman because the last person to do it was the George Clooney version where it was super campy, and they're like, "Ugh, I don't know if we can do this."
Oh, I forgot about him being Batman.
Yeah. Clooney, Kilmer,
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton was in there.
Keaton was still the best one, I think.
Yeah. Christian Bale. Ben
did.
Affleck, and now Robert Pattinson. So we've got what is that, 7 different live-action Batman?
Yeah. How many different Spider-Mans?
3.
Holland. I don't know who the other guy is.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Who's that? Is that the guy in Seabiscuit?
Nope, that's Tobey Maguire.
That's it.
Yeah.
Toby.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield was in, you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
Yes.
That's him.
That's it.
Yep.
The only 3?
Only 3. But you got to remember, we started live-action Batman in 1989. We started live-action Spider-Man in 2001.
Okay.
So we're only about 27 years into this.
Yeah. Well, just give me one and go.
Yeah. Looking good though. Trailers are looking good. Saw another. They just released another one today. That was it was like a little TV spot, giving you a little bit more. But that's looking like it's going to be a good time. Big Spider-Man fan. So is my son. We won't take him to go see this one because he's not old enough. But his birthday's in less than a month, and he wants to do Spider-Man themed birthday. So got a lot of Spider-Man coming up for me in the next 14 to 20 days.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I think he's gonna want to do Spider-Man for Halloween. So really, it's gonna be a lot of Spider-Man between now and Halloween. We always like to do family themed costumes. So first year we were just like the Mario gang. I was Luigi, my son was Baby Mario. And then we did Toy Story last year. We'll do different versions of Spider-Man this year.
Stay with it. Eat it up. Because the day is coming soon where it's going to be like, don't dress up. You look dumb.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But here's my secret, Kelly. I always look dumb.
Ha! He doesn't know that yet, though.
Yeah, he still has this warped view of me that I'm like one of the coolest people in the world.
Yeah, when Dad was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I hope to keep staying cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finger guns.
Keep on it. Keep on it.
Hey.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this episode going to be any good?
I don't know, man. You're not giving me much here. You're just kind of like, meh.
My energy's not good. My headspace is occupied.
Nobody got flipped up in the air by a buffalo. I was looking for some other kind of fun stuff to talk about as far as funny news went. The best I could find was they covered a floor and 800 pounds of peanut butter for an artist. Seems like a waste of food. 800 pounds of peanut butter to make an octagon?
Seems weird.
You just spread it on the floor?
Yeah, it seems weird.
No thanks. Yeah.
Some people go to movies by themselves. Other people do things around the home.
Yeah.
And some people smear peanut butter on the floor.
Weird thing. I mean, they got the trowel out there. They were kind of, smoothing it out like concrete. Interesting.
Super weird.
You think?
Speaking of that, as you get older, and you're not very old, but as you get older, do you spill shit on yourself all the time? Do you always find yourself with a stain on your shirt?
I do, because my daughter has a tendency to come up and she wants to give me a big hug, and she always buries her face
So
in
it's
my
her
shirt.
But it's her food.
Yeah.
It's not something where you're trying to eat, and all of a sudden you have a stain on your shirt. Because I'm telling you, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going south here, but I feel like I'm almost bib ready.
Bro bibs.
I swear I can bring a plate up under my chin and touch it on my sternum.
Yeah.
And I will somehow come away with shit on my shirt. I don't miss my mouth. Yeah. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
I seriously gotta
I'm lagging behind you a little
deeper
bit
into this.
No, I had a white shirt on the other day, and I was laying on the couch, and my daughter came over, and she's like, "Daddy," or whatever.
Chocolate.
She hugged me, and it was just ketchup, and I didn't realize it. Just all in the belly section of my shirt. It went from, "Oh, that was such a nice hug," to, "What are you doing?" I didn't realize you were covered in ketchup.
Get the stain stick.
Yeah.
Get the stain stick.
It just is what it is at this point.
Ketchup's a tough one too.
Yeah. I mean, we're all trying to get stains out of everybody's shirts between the two kids and us, and I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah, me.
You
And I'm not the guy. I don't wash my clothes every single time I wear them. I realize there are people in the world who do. And shout out to them.
I thought you were just going to stop your sentence before every single time. I thought you were just going to say you just don't wash your clothes.
No, I don't wash my clothes every single time I wear them because sometimes they're not on very long, whatever the case is.
Sure.
However, I may be known to get a stain and forget about said stain, hang shirt back up because I only wore it for 4 hours, and then I put the shirt on again,
Yeah.
week later, whatever it is. Damn stain's still there. Kind of embarrassing. Don't understand why I'm spilling shit on myself. I don't get it. I don't get it. Weirdest stuff ever.
Couldn't tell you, man.
I don't know. I don't know. Good episode. Go Spain.
Go Spain. Minnesota has a town that now boasts the world's tallest nutcracker.
That
as
is
of 45
incredible.
minutes ago. It's 65 feet tall.
It's Vern.
It's patriotic.
Vern the Patriot.
Yep. Big old nutcracker.
65-foot nutcracker.
Wow. Can you tell it's the middle of July?
Uh-uh.
Man, just nothing to talk about. I hope that we're having a little bit better time than Ryan Clark. Did you hear about him?
No.
Got fired live on air yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nope, didn't see it.
While he was professing his his idea that the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders.
Oh, okay.
Pretty hilarious how people are taking that. They're like, you're going to declare the Cowboys Super Bowl contenders? Yeah, nah, get out of here. You're fired. See you later. But yeah, he was literally on a segment, finished it, and then sometime between the commercial break, they were like, yeah, see you later, pal. You're gone.
What the hell
You're
happened?
Done. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. There's not a lot of information out there right now. He's not the only one. ESPN does this periodically where they have these, widespread layoffs where they're just like, all right, these people are gone. And
You're going to do segment 1 and then plan a long break and don't return for 2.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like when you're going to fire somebody and you let them work until 3.
Right.
And then you fire them before 5 o'clock. So
or,
that they can...
or it's a short week.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody's expected to come in on Friday. So
yeah. Sayonara.
Thursday, 5 o'clock.
I have been in places of business, especially when I worked in the warehouse, where they're like, yeah, I think we're going to get rid of this guy. And they let him come in, punch in, do a couple things as much as we need another body there. And they're like, yeah, we're going to let you go. And then he doesn't come back after lunch. And you're like, what's going on? They're like, oh, yeah, we let Jerry go. Oh, cool. At least he was,
I just saw it.
Yeah, at least he was here to help us unload the truck this morning, so that was nice. I imagine that was a similar thing where they're like, well, we don't have anybody to sit in and replace whatever nonsense he's going to spew out of his mouth at this point. And I don't know. So, and when I think about what he does for a job and he just goes out there and has to have these outrageous takes for people to talk about, I can't imagine it's really all that hard. You think you could just go grab the janitor and have him sit there for a minute and go, yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl because of X, Y, and Z?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's the...
I mean, Nick Wright on Fox has been doing it for years.
Well, who's the jackass that used to be with Shannon Sharp?
Oh, you talking about Skip Bayless?
Oh, yeah. He's done that for how long?
That is his career. That is what he
correct.
is. Yeah.
And he's such a jackwagon.
And he's somehow found his way back to ESPN at some point or something. I don't know.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
That guy, man.
Special.
I'd rather sit here and listen to you for 2 hours versus him.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Man.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
That guy.
Yeah. Well, since it is the middle of July and there's not a ton to talk about, I was kind of looking through some different things. Not really any good topics. The Red Sox have somehow won 14 straight games after being the worst team in the major leagues for the first 3 months of the season.
Well, large market team, it's
so
bound to happen.
I was curious, and I need to just look this up right now. I want to know where that put. You win 14 straight games. Does that dig you out of a hole? Does that put you anywhere you need to be as far as, we've seen this happen before. The Braves were below 500 a few years ago when they won the World Series. And I am not in any way saying that is the same thing for them, but the Red Sox have catapulted themselves to a 51-48 record, only 5 games behind the Yankees and 6 games behind the first place Rays in their division.
Yeah.
And that's a stark contrast to where they were, talking about how this Red Sox team is the only way you could lose a game like that is to be this Red Sox team, and fans kind of giving up on them. And so just some different conversations happening around, but they've caught fire, man. 14 straight games, which is insane.
Did I not say that the Royals would be 20 games under 500 by the All-Star break?
I'm sure you did.
They are awfully close. They are bad. They are not fun to watch. And fun fact, I was going to reach out to the boy group. My interesting little app that I was using to watch the Royals games, seized by the government. That's no good. And I just put that out on the air, that I was actively using it. Yes, I was. Seized by the government. A sign comes up with Homeland Security symbol on it. Now what? Well, I guess I can't watch Royals games anymore.
When was this game played?
Because I'm not paying for it. That I know.
So the crazy part about the Red Sox is as of, I got to find out when this game was played. So June 21st, okay? This was a month ago. They were 31-44.
Yes.
Today is July 21st. And as I stated, they are 51-48.
Yes. That's a remarkable turnaround.
They've only lost 4 games in a month.
Yep. Solid.
And I mean,
that is a rally.
And it's not, they're not winning these games by fluke. I mean, it's, they're scoring 5 runs. They're scoring 6, 4. I think that's a 5, 6, 5, 8, 7, 8, 9. This was a 2-1 win. This was a 9-run. 4, 3, 10, 8, 7.
Is your computer
6,
jacked up?
What?
You are saying all kinds of wrong numbers. You're saying 8s for 5s.
Well, it's really small print.
Put your mic back on. Put your mic back on.
It's incredibly
Nobody can
small
hear you.
print on mine.
Oh, I see.
That's why I gave you the giant monitor.
It helps.
Yeah.
I have to take my glasses off. To
So if
look
I
at
lean
this.
in, I can tell that this is a 5 and not an 8. But when I'm way back here, it's hard to know.
Right.
You know.
And the audio that came with that
Yes.
would suggest that you were leaning back.
Exactly.
away.
I like to present some form of a 3-dimensional listening experience.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Where's our cameras?
You tell me, jackass.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Anyway, so that's kind of been the exciting part of what's been going on since the All-Star break. I mean, 14 wins, and I'm by no means a Red Sox supporter or rooter in any way. Fan. Rooter. That's funny. I don't know why I said that.
Roto.
Rooter. But, I mean, it puts them right in the mix. If we go over here and look at Wild Card, I'm sure they're right. I mean,
They're in it.
they're in it, man. They're absolutely in it. So they're tied with Cleveland. There's 3 wild card spots. Excuse me.
Yep.
So
They're in.
if the season ended today, they worked their way into a wild
Game
card
and a half
spot.
ahead right now.
Yeah. So whereas the
at-
Royals would not be. I mean, they're almost 20 games. They're 19 games below 500,
That's right.
which is not
That's right.
not ideal.
That's right where we thought they'd be.
NL wild card race is pretty fun. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams all in the hunt to take on one of those 3 spots, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams all within 2.5 games of one another.
A lot of games to be played.
So
A lot of time
obviously,
left.
like the Reds are 6 games back. You've got the Giants that are 9.5, Mets that are 10, and the Rockies that are 12.5 out of the wild card.
The Royals
on that
could rattle off 18 consecutive wins and still not be 500. That gives me hope.
Pretty crazy.
That gives me hope.
pretty crazy.
I am shooting for the worst record in baseball.
League-wise, you still have the Rays up here at 57 and 42, and then the Milwaukee Brewers. Somehow, they just keep finding talent and putting it together. 63 and 37.
The crew.
Have the best record in the league, just a half game ahead of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Rockies still in the basement at 40 and 62, as well as the Los Angeles Angels at 40 and 61. So Anthony and I, and you with your Royals down here, just kind of holding it down, baby.
Yep. Ride or die.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Basement dwellers. It's a great place to be.
Sounds like about time to switch teams again, doesn't it?
Yeah, about time to find an October team.
Go Rays.
Yeah. But anyway, what I wanted to bring up today, because I had some fun arguing with you a little bit about quarterbacks last week, and we said that we would get into it. I want to look at the running back list that they have for these execs, and then also the wide receiver list that they have for these
we're going to
execs.
do both.
Yeah, I think we can. We're only 22 minutes into the show. I kind of wanted to keep this at about an hour.
Look,
I think we can
good.
definitely do that.
Great advice.
So I was told, somebody was like, hey, you should shorten these up, and then the immediate next episode was 2 hours long, so you're welcome for that. Great content there. But let's take a look at the running backs. I wanted to take a look at where these running backs kind of etched out. Have you looked at this? Do you know anything about it?
Nope.
Okay, so this is, again, same premise as last time. This is all of the GMs and execs from around the NFL, from every team, putting in their votes on who they think the best running back is. We'll start with some honorable mentions and those that also received votes, and then we'll go through the list starting at number 10, going all the way up to number 1, and we'll see where these fit in and how we feel about it. So the players that received votes that did not get placed would be players like DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, Chase Brown, Ashton Genty, Travion Henderson, Travis Etienne Jr., and Alvin Kamara, excuse me. Any one of those running backs to you, Kelly, speak like they should have gotten more votes or should be higher on the list or should be eligible? Because the next 3 are going to be one of those, like with the quarterbacks last week, where they could have been interchangeable between 11, 12, and 13 and just missed out on the 10 spot.
Yeah, Genty is too new.
Okay.
Too young. Give him another year. Give him something. I mean, they're doing something nice in Las Vegas, which might benefit him greatly. DeAndre Swift has a purpose. It's just not an every down back, but he's got a purpose. Can be super highly effective, and will have these blow up phenomenal games.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he'll disappear for 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
That's kind of the story with most of these guys. Kamara had his time.
Correct.
I mean, was an absolute legit running back. He was the Swiss Army knife, do it all. He
kind of feels like he's moving into that, like, James Conner-esque role where he would be a nice 1-2 punch, but can't be an every down back.
Yep, and ETN can't generally stay on the field. So, no, I think you're all right. I think you're all right there. I do like the Josh Jacobs there, Green Bay.
So he's
still a quality back, can still hit singles, doubles, and wives.
Yep. Wow. Allegedly. We still don't have any sort of evidence on any of that yet.
But it says right there, can still hit singles and doubles and wives.
It does not say that.
But not a lot of home runs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see after this year and then the following year where guys like Genty and even Travion Henderson end up, because I think those are guys that could work their way into the top 10 with quality production this year.
Yeah.
Just this year and then also next year. So
Genty, I think will.
Yeah.
I think
Genty did a lot with very little last year.
Yes, he did.
You know, there was a lot. He was getting a lot of hate, but he had more, I think, contact behind the line of scrimmage than any other running back did, and I think he still ran for almost 1,000 yards his rookie season.
Yep.
So
have an old Kirk or Fernando back there should help him out significantly.
A little bias on Genty. I've got him on my dynasty league, so I really want him to do well.
Yeah.
You know, and be one of those.
I don't because he's a Raider, but I get it.
Sure. But yeah, as you kind of spilled the tea there, the honorable mentions, so the ones that could be ranked anywhere between 11, 12, and 13 and just missed out on that 10 spot would be guys like Josh Jacobs of the Packers, Kerryon Williams of the Los Angeles Rams, and Quishon Judkins of the Cleveland Browns. So those are guys that can kind of go in different places. I think the two guys at the bottom definitely, along with Genty and Henderson, have a way to work themselves into the top 10. But I would agree. I think Josh Jacobs is definitely on the tail end of that as he gets into his 30s. And we saw production go down, a little bit more injuries for him last year. So I think that's an appropriate spot.
I think I'm going to end up making an argument for Williams to be in the top 10 once I see who's in the top 10.
Okay.
Because whatever the exec said there, really underrated, productive, tough as shit, runs hard, brings the juice. That pretty much sums him up. And I think that makes a strong case where somebody in the top 10 might aggravate me just enough where I'm going to move Williams up.
Sure, there could. There's a couple of old heads in the top 10 that I know that maybe just based on where we're going and what we see out of trends from older running backs.
Might start right away at number 10. I might just be mad right away.
I don't know. I
know because you've seen the list.
I have seen the list. I have a lot of
provoking me.
I have a lot of bias towards number 10 because I really, really like him, and I would happily take him on my team, and I'm glad he's in the top 10. But I don't know about how other people feel about him. But it's Breece Hall of the New York Jets. I think he's very dynamic. I think he's got a lot of tools. I find him very fun to watch. He had a solid rookie season, second year because he had an ACL. Or no, that was his rookie. His rookie season started out really well, and then he had the ACL tear is what happened.
Yes.
And then turned his first 1,000-yard season last year for the Jets, and then rewarded Hall with a 3-year, $43 million contract extension in the offseason. I was kind of hoping he was going to leave the Jets and maybe go somewhere else.
Chiefs.
Really like him. How do you feel about him at 10?
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. He very quietly rushed for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, and over his first 4 years, he's got 5,000 yards.
Yep.
Despite missing much of his rookie season, so I think that's impressive. So you've got more. He's got 5,000 yards in 4 years, but with that first year, he missed a quarter of the games.
Former Cyclone, bro.
Yeah.
Former Cyclone.
Big fan of him. Like him a lot. I think he has a lot of. If he can stay healthy, I think he can definitely. As fantasy goes, he's he's a top 10 fantasy guy in my opinion.
Yeah.
So as long as they hand the ball off, but he's on a really bad team. So any qualms there? To think anybody down below here should take his spot at 10, or
not
think
yet.
He's properly placed?
Not yet.
All right, number 9, you have Kenneth Walker the third with the
Oof.
Kansas City Chiefs, just coming off a great playoff run, also Super Bowl MVP, gets a big old contract to go over to Kansas City and hopefully fix their run game. I think he's a good running back, but I also think there's still quite a bit unproven as well. Has he done it consistently?
No.
That's what I would say.
No, he hasn't.
He had 2 1,000-yard seasons in Seattle, and now he's going to be asked to kind of carry over a big workload there in Kansas City. So if he can stay healthy as well, while also, maybe he's going to touch the ball 20 times a game. I don't know.
Well, that was the big question, and I think I've said it on here or speaking with you about it. His durability. His durability has always been in question. I don't know. He had a great Super Bowl. Yes, he had a great playoff run. Yes, he certainly did. But he wasn't the starting back 3 weeks prior to making the playoff run. He wasn't actually the starting running back due to injury. He wasn't suiting up and all that good stuff. So at 9, I understand he had a great Super Bowl and he had a good season.
Yeah.
But he's questionable regarding durability. And based on obtaining the parameters that we got last week in terms of this is where we are now and how do we project them coming into the season. He's coming into a Chiefs offense that allegedly is revamping a run game, bringing back Bieniemy as OC, and they're revamping. So the revamping, obviously we need the running backs available to do so. We need an offensive line that's probably going to take a lot of off-season work in terms of getting scheme, footwork, doing all that stuff, and just getting back to bulldozing, because that hasn't been their thing. Running backs in Kansas City have been successful catching the ball.
Yeah. And
not so much running the ball as often as they want them to run. And I don't know, Kenneth Walker might do a great job. Yeah. He might come in and he might just completely blow people away. I don't know with what we've seen thus far, though, if he's sitting at a 9. That might be one where I would flip him and Williams.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think one could argue that the Mahomes production over the last couple of years is directly contributed to a lack of consistent run game.
Sure.
Because you're not as dynamic in the play action. You've got Mahomes sitting back there looking for the big play because they know they can't do the small things on first and second down that they'd like to because of the run game doesn't exist. You've been cycling different guys out over the course of the last 3 years, so he feels like he needs to take more on. Now, he is very talented and can take on a lot, right? He can bail you out of a lot of situations. But if you can have Kenneth Walker come in, run the ball 20, 22, 25 times a game.
Which they don't do generally, but
right.
Yes.
I think they're going to have to.
Well, the Chiefs have been
especially early
monster.
on, because you're not going to want to put a lot of pressure on that busted knee that Mahomes has got. You're going to want to kind of ease him into the season.
Oh, so he was hurt.
Maybe.
Now we're owning it. But the Chiefs are a three-headed monster at running back. Yeah. They have been for a number of years.
But you get what I'm saying, though. If you can establish a run game, then you allow Patrick to do the things that he's great at. Come out of play action. You're able to trick the defense a little bit more into what your looks are going to be. And I just think that opens up a world of possibilities, not only for Mahomes, but also for your wide receivers as well. And I think it just makes you guys that much better.
I just think there needs to be a bigger body of work before we start ranking Kenneth Walker up there. Because Kareem Hunt did a nice job for Kansas City this last year. Like, he made a lot of things that weren't necessarily there to make. And he got the job done, and he did pretty well. And he's not spring chicken by any means, but he did okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if...
I expected to see more out of Pacheco, but that guy disappeared too.
Yeah. Well, he's, a Lion now?
Something like that.
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah.
Kenneth Walker, only 25 years old, so plenty of time for him to continue to develop. He seems like he's on that upward trajectory, which I think is why the Chiefs put so much value into it.
Yeah.
If you can get a guy like that at 25, markets get a change. Maybe you can get him into his... I mean, those are his prime years, 25 to 28.
Yep.
Right? So,
well, people said address the run game, and they did.
Correct.
So now it's
always nice when your team recognizes the same things that you do, and you're like, all right, cool. At least I don't have to worry about that anymore.
As long as they fix what's in front of the running back, they'll be all right.
Yeah. Number 8, Devon Achane. Dude just got a ton of money.
Achane.
Achane?
Achane.
It's not Achane?
Achane.
Did you make that up?
No, It is Achane.
Okay.
And I have no heartburn with Achane.
Okay. At number 8?
I'm fine with him at number 8. As long as he's in that top 10, we're good.
24. Just got a massive contract to stay with the Dolphins. Probably the biggest name they have remaining on that team, and he's the only one kind of left over from the previous regime.
Yeah.
Everybody else has been shipped out or traded or left.
Look at the highest ranking for him coming into this. He ended up 8th, but look at the highest ranking.
Yeah, somebody voted him as highest 3, and just for transparency, the highest ranking that somebody gave Kenneth Walker was 6, and then the highest that somebody had Breece Hall on their list was 7.
Yeah.
So the fact that he came in at number 8, but somebody thinks as highly of him as number 3, I think speaks a lot to him as well. I think he does a very good job. I think he's one of those, kind of dual threat, as you talked about with what the Chiefs were trying to do with their running back core last year. I think he's one of the true double threats in the league, obviously averaging 3.8 yards per attempt on his catches, and then 5.62 career yards per rush attempt, which is pretty good. That's the most by any running back in the NFL history with a minimum of 500 attempts. So that speaks a lot.
It's hard to get hands on.
Yeah, I think he's really good. Obviously, again, if you're drafting guys, you have an opportunity to pick him up in fantasy. He's going to get a huge workload this year because he's about the only one that's worth a damn on that offense. Right now.
Yeah.
And they're going to want to take a lot of pressure off Malik Willis as well to make sure that he's not overdoing it and can ease him into that system. So.
And nearly half of his votes were inside the top 5.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah, for sure. So
I'm good with him at 8. No heartburn.
You're good with him at 8, but you probably, I don't know, based on the way you're talking, you feel like you can move him up.
Could, but we'll see what's up there.
Okay. What's up there is James Cook III at number 7.
That might be a little low.
Seems a little low, especially for a guy that not only led the league in rushing, 2 years ago? Right?
Yeah,
or maybe even last year. I can't remember. But
he's legit.
Yeah, he's had 2 great back-to-back years. 1,600 yards last season, and also led the league in rushing yards over expected by 358. So he got 358 more rushing yards than what they expected him to get. Is what that's saying.
Yeah.
So Cook is the first Buffalo Bills player to lead the AFC in rushing since Thurman Thomas in '93, and he's also the first Bill to lead the NFL since O.J. Simpson did it in '75 and '76.
He's good.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's good.
I like him a lot. I kind of feel like he's a little bit low here, just because I know what's coming.
His highest ranking probably fits.
I think so too. I would put him up there just based on what he's been able to do the last couple of years and how dynamic he's made that offense. I mean, they've turned into, especially with what Josh Allen can do in the run game, in conjunction with James, they've turned them into just a powerhouse of a rushing attack.
Agreed.
For both of them. So I feel like he's a little low. He deserves to be above the first 3 guys we've talked about. And I would say he probably deserves to be above potentially the next 3 guys that we talk about.
Likely.
Yeah. So James Cook at 7, and then at number 6, you've got King Henry, Derrick Henry for the Baltimore Ravens. He's 32 years old this year, Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he turns 33 throughout the season. Last season, Henry broke off 17 runs of 20 or more yards, 4 more than any other player, on his way to 5.2 yards per carry on average and 307 attempts. So his 5 seasons with his 5 seasons with at least 1,500 rushing yards tied Barry Sanders for the most in NFL history.
Yeah.
There's no denying that he's one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
As far as running backs go.
He should be a top 5.
It does not seem like he ever drops off.
No.
Which is crazy.
No. And he trains with dog chains around him. Big, heavy toe chains.
Because he is a dog.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Yep.
Henry committed 4 fumbles in 2025, including a costly fourth quarter drop in week 1 with a loss to the Bills. But it can be forgiven because Henry's stellar workload and production. He was asked to do a lot last year. Lamar was in and out, both due to injury and because at times it seems like he didn't want to play.
Yeah, correct.
So he was asked to do a lot more, and I think he handled that well. I, personally, with my own 2 eyes, watched him go into Green Bay and damn near break the single-game rushing record.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying that Green Bay has a great rushing defense by any means, but when you get to see it with your own eyes, it's different.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy what this guy can do.
He's a mountain to tackle in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I mean, if you're a DB that weighs 50, 60, 100 pounds less than this guy and you see him come through the gap,
He'll throw you into
literally
the bench.
pick you up. So you don't want to see him reach that second level. I have a hard time with this because I keep waiting. My brain keeps going, there's no way he can, Father Time's going to catch up. He shouldn't be this high. He shouldn't continue to be this good.
His style of running back never exists to age 32.
No.
It just doesn't happen.
Absolutely not. So my brain keeps saying, 6 seems a little high just based on age and what may happen this year. But then also there's a part of me that's like, it's kind of like, why do you keep doubting the Patriots? Why do you keep doubting Tom Brady? There's some of these guys with where we're at, with science and health. 32 isn't what it used to be in the NFL.
Right.
So, and for some guys who take care of their body like he doesn't ever seem to really get hurt either, which is a testament to his longevity and how he trains. Yeah.
It's because he trains with dog chains on. Logging chains.
So far, let me ask you this question. 6 through 10 right now.
Yeah.
You've got to pick one to be your starting running back. Who are you taking?
Cook.
Yeah.
James Cook, Buffalo Bills.
Honestly, I don't think there's an incorrect answer. I think the only one that I kind of have a little hesitancy towards, oddly enough, is probably Kenneth Walker.
I agree with that. Oh, we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to agree.
Oh, that's right.
So I wouldn't have any heartache over that whatsoever.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. Like I said, I got some bias towards Breece Hall. I don't know why. I just really like him. To the point where I started a Madden team with him as my running back recently, and I made it a goal to make him the best running back of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working?
So, oh, yeah. Just hand the ball off 30 times a game.
Yeah. Playing on varsity mode, are you?
No.
Rookie?
Never. All pro. All pro. Not all Madden, because there's some weird shit that goes on in all Madden that you're just like, there's no way I would lose the ball there, and yet you do, and it's just weird. But,
yeah.
That's number 6, Derrick Henry. Number 5, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah, highest
argue that.
Highest ranking on anybody's list was 2. Last year's ranking, he was at 7. Again, 2 years ago, I believe it was. He was the rushing leader. Last year, he came on strong again after a lot of weird offseason stuff with him. Where is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Is he injured? What's going on here? Are they going to trade him? A lot of different stuff going on. I think at one point in time, he was listed as a potential trade partner for like 5 or 6 different teams, and they didn't trade him. And then he came into the season, had a great year. So 69 career rushing touchdowns. Nice. Only Derrick Henry at 84 has more since 2020. One NFL coordinator said he really special in space. Once he hits the second and third levels with some space to operate, he's uniquely talented. And in 2025, Taylor's 4 rushes of 40 or more yards trailed only Jahmyr Gibbs,
who is going to be obviously
on this
4
list.
through 1.
Yeah. So with the presence of Daniel Jones also helped both in the play action and the passing game. So Taylor caught a career high 46 passes last season as well, which again, you're going to see a trend here as we get into these upper guys of not only are they great running backs, but they're also great pass catchers too, which is something that you absolutely need to be in today's NFL to be listed at the top.
Where do you play his college ball, Ryan? Jonathan Taylor. Come on. Near and dear to your heart.
Oh, is he? He's another Wisconsin guy?
There you go.
Yeah. It's crazy how, like, there's just guys that fit the mold.
Yeah.
A lot of good running backs out of Wisconsin.
There have been.
Yeah. Yep. So, number 4, 30-year-old Christian McCaffrey.
Oof.
The dude, this is one of those times where it's like he had a healthy season last year. Season prior to that was not so healthy.
Yes.
Season before that was very healthy. Could have won the MVP. So we're on again, off again. We had a good season last year. Does the injury bug come back to bite him this year?
I don't know, but his first season out of Carolina, first season in San Francisco, MVP caliber stuff. If he can match that and what he did 2 seasons ago, he belongs at number 4.
2025, McCaffrey posted his third career season with at least 2,000 scrimmage yards, tied for 4th most by a running back in NFL history, and he needed a league-high 413 touches to do it. So, again, he's running a ton of the offense. This is kind of one of those levels of, you remember the Le'Veon Bell era?
Yep.
In Pittsburgh, where it was like he was 50% of their offense,
yes,
or whatever it was. What was that Bears running back? I can't remember. There was a Bears running back there for a while. Forte.
Oh, Matt Forte.
Yeah, Matt Forte was like 70% of the Bears' offense at one point in time, where he touched the ball every other play, it seemed like.
Yep.
So, and this is kind of one of those things. Are they just going to run him down? Is he eventually just going to run out of just the ability to run because he's handing the ball so much?
You know, they did the same stuff with Frank Gore in San Francisco. Same type of thing.
Frank Gore was built different, man.
He was.
And I mean that physically. I don't mean like anything else.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me when you go look at all-time rushing leaders. Frank Gore's like number 4 or something like that. He's in the top 5 on that list.
Yeah.
And watching Frank Gore play, you never would have guessed that.
No, because he left them and still had a good career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like McCaffrey. I think he's definitely at the height of his powers. Somebody had him ranked as high as number 1.
Sure.
When he stays healthy and does those things, he's definitely one of the most, if not the most dynamic player in the entire NFL. McCaffrey's 3.9 yards per carry was his lowest during a full season clip since his rookie year in 2017, and the Niners ranked 29th in rushing yards before contact at 2.04.
Well, they've had Deebo Samuel nonsense. They've had Brandon Ayuk nonsense. They've had Kittle in and out with injury. They've got
Ricky
Purdy.
Pearsall got shot.
Correct. We got Purdy, who's might be there, might not be, might have a concussion, may not, whatever the case is. I mean, if this guy is available to suit up and play, you know the offense is running through him.
Yeah.
So
there'll be a little bit more pressure taken out. They went out and addressed some things in the offseason. You know, they do have Mike Evans in the building now, which I really like Mike Evans.
Still disappoints me.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side of 30.
Whatever.
But still a touchdown machine.
50-50 ball, go up and get the ball, possession receiver, just
great.
Come on, Chiefs.
Yeah. Great pickup by them. So, and I think, again, Purdy continues to develop and kind of impress me more and more. As much as I don't want to give him his flowers, I think he's doing a lot of those good things.
Yes.
I think he's definitely developing into another great quarterback for them. So
he's doing fine.
We'll see. The Niners have a tendency. They had a pretty healthy season last year. Again, kind of goes in trend with what's going on with McCaffrey. We'll see if they're able to get rid of that injury bug. They had a couple guys leave and some other things. And they're in an incredibly tough division, sitting there with the Seahawks and the Rams. So.
Yeah.
So he's at 4-3, Saquon Barkley. So drop off in production last year based on what he did the year prior, where he had every right and every possibility to break the all-time single-season rushing record, but decided to go ahead and sit that one out for health reasons to win a Super Bowl, which ended up paying off for him. But 2025 was subpar by his standards. Barkley still produced 1,180 yards, but big gains were far less frequent. His 4 runs for 20-plus yards were 13 fewer than the previous year, and his rushing yards over expected, as charted by NFL Next Gen Stats, went from 2nd in the NFL to 24th.
Too much drama around that team last year. Just too much stuff with Jalen Hurts and Brown and all this other stuff that was going on. Just there was too much.
You always got to throw Sirianni in the mix because he's always saying something, and
too much stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just kind of the nature of what Philadelphia is, not only for the Eagles but for that entire sports city.
Yeah,
it's just kind of how Philadelphia is built. There's always going to be some kind of drama that goes around it. We'll see if they can kind of bounce back and what kind of team they are this year, if they can be a more cohesive unit. But
Saquon's a beast.
He's very good.
He belongs there.
He's very good, and the fact the Giants just let him walk and go to a division rival is still insane to me.
I think they did it because they saw him as not durable. I think they did that anticipating one injury after another, and Saquon basically kind of said, hey, I'm not really hurt. I just don't want to play for the Giants. So go ahead and get rid of me because, I got a bad hammy, and then I'm just going to blow up and win 2 Super Bowls, and I'm just going to walk all over everybody.
Yeah. One NFL coordinator said, my only criticism is that he doesn't always produce when things are completely clean. And that's dating back to the Giants. Tends to need things perfectly set up for him.
He's an exec. He's smarter than I am, but I don't know. Saquon can do a lot.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, no argument.
24-year-old running back for the Detroit Lions. Many who voted Gibbs as the top back were emphatic that he's the best. So obviously one of his highest rankings, probably consistently, had him at number 1. One coordinator says your eyes tell you there's no one like him with the ball in his hands. He plays better pace because of his vision, and then the gear is just different. You see him blow up guys with angles, and he's an elite in the passing game as well. So again, going back to that dual threat thing that we talked about, I I really like him. I think he's good. I'll be interested to see how he does in more of a being the star of the show.
Yeah.
Because I think David Montgomery did a lot of good things for the Lions that a lot of people don't want to admit.
Change of pace guy.
Yeah.
Big change of pace guy.
There were times that I saw Montgomery get the ball, and I'm like, how has he not been tackled yet? And he would break 3, 4, 5 tackles and do some crazy things.
Yep.
And then again, you talk about that change of pace. They'd hand it off to Gibbs, and then all of a sudden it was like lighting a firecracker and through the hole he goes.
Gibbs would get him between the 10s, and then it was Montgomery time.
Yeah. So a great 1-2 punch there for sure. He's got 39 rushing touchdowns in 3 years while splitting time, which is insane. Splitting time, he's still got almost 40 touchdowns over the last 3 years. While some voters see Robinson as the better inside runner, Gibbs has proved durability despite running inside and outside the box. With David Montgomery traded to Houston, Gibbs could log his first 300-carry season in 2026. He's averaged 225 carries per year since 2023.
I'm racking my brain. You haven't scrolled up to 1, and I'm trying to think of who's still out there that could be at number 1. It's going to be obvious once you roll up. I get it. But I'm really trying to think. I'm racing through all these teams in my head right now.
Are you playing coy?
No, I don't know who it is.
Okay.
There's really good running backs here.
Yeah.
And I mean, you talk about, I'm going through playoff teams, right? I'm going through playoff teams. Cook, gone.
Yeah.
Henry, gone.
Gibbs, gone. I don't believe they made the playoffs last year. Had some quarterback controversy. Eventually, the young guy took over. They shipped out the old guy.
Oh, yeah, he belongs there. Yeah, Bijan.
Bijan Robinson at number 1.
Oh, yeah. Undisputed.
Yeah, dude is
not even close.
Legit. Legit. Overall body of work is undeniable. He led the NFL with 2,298 yards from scrimmage in 2025, breaking William Anderson's franchise record of 1983. That didn't just break it.
Destroyed it.
He joined Andrews and Julio Jones as the only Falcons to lead the NFL in scrimmage yards. Bijan says one NFL executive is more dynamic than the rest of the field in terms of creative, positive runs despite blocking failures. Combo of his blend, feet and agility, his size shows up physically, and while Gibbs is top-end faster, Bijan is explosive in his own right, creating home run plays. Robinson had 820 yards on 79 catches last season, so that he can get upfield despite fenders closing in. So routes, hands, pass protection, he's elite in that area.
No, they just move him everywhere, too.
Yeah.
It
It must be such a luxury to have a guy like that.
Oh, my goodness. I said Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy. You could move him wherever. You would be a defensive coordinator's nightmare.
Pass blocking, too. I mean, it's just all of it. So, yeah, I don't think there's any denying there. Sorry there's not a lot of argument going on here, but, I mean, this list seems pretty cut and dry. I mean, there's not a lot. I think you can definitely argue more about wide receivers, which we'll do next. But, yeah, Bijan Robinson for sure. Got no argument from either. My only couple of gripes here is just some of these older guys, I would say. Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry are the only ones that I might move around, maybe lower them a little bit just based on age. But again, their production is undeniable. And I've already kind of explained that. It's just one of those deals where I'm like, man, at some point as a running back, this has got to slow down. But maybe it won't. Maybe we're just living in a different era.
The more I've thought about it, I would take Walker out. I'd move Williams from the Rams in.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd do that.
I would do that.
I don't think Williams has enough body of work. While I like Williams and think that he's going to eventually find his way on this list, I don't think based on previous seasons and going into this season that there's enough of an argument there to move out the dude that just went on like a generational playoff run.
I don't know.
He did it at the highest point.
I understand. But he was also the healthiest because he was just on a X number of game hiatus.
Doesn't matter. You got to make best of the opportunity that is given, and he did that. And sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes you're Drew Bledsoe and you get hurt, and then you never see the field again.
That's true. True that.
Wide receivers, honorable mentions here. Alec Pierce, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin. It's a great name. Garrett Wilson, another good name. Devonta Smith. I have problems with this guy. And maybe it's just because I've had him on too many fantasy teams with zero production. Really like Ladd McConkey. Think he's going to end up doing some stuff. Brian Thomas Jr. was supposed to be the next thing. He's an honorable mention. Jalen Waddle, interesting. When he got traded to the Broncos, everybody thought that was the best move that anybody's ever made. And he's a top-flight wide receiver, but he doesn't even make the top 10 here. And then Chris Olave, another guy working his way up the list, hasn't been in the league too terribly long, but could eventually end up finding his way into the top 10. Players potentially ranked between... Whoa, we got a couple of them here. Honorable mentions. You've got Malik Neighbors coming off of an ACL injury. You've got Mike Evans, who we just talked about, still around, older. All he does is catch touchdowns. Zay Flowers, not a guy that I typically enjoy watching play. I don't really think I think he's missing some stuff, but you talk to Ravens fans, and they definitely think he's a legit number one option. Drake London, I like a lot, but finds himself outside the top 10. And Tyreek Hill, who's a free agent. Nobody's picked him up yet. He's 32, coming off of a knee injury. This kind of feels like an Odell Beckham 2.0 type of thing at this point in his career. Anybody you've seen on this list without having seen top 10?
Objectively, huge Mike Evans fan. Huge Mike Evans fan. But there's going to be 10 guys that I think are going to be on the list where I'm going to be like, they're definitely going to be guys that are probably more dangerous, productive, and all of the above.
I think so, 1,000%.
And Tyreek Hill, every single time, he was a Chief, however long, every single time I see him dancing around in the field and doing whatever, he never fits the mold as a wide receiver.
No.
Never has. I mean, he wore number 10 for Kansas City. He wore number 10 in Miami. He looks like a running back. Yeah. Like, he's seriously, like line him and Bijan up together, same guy. I mean, truly, same guy. Yeah. Like, Tyreek has never looked the part of a wide receiver.
But he gets it done.
He does.
He gets that separation. He uses his speed well.
But man, there's a lot of stuff with him.
I think a lot of Ravens fans really want Zay to be Tyreek. I think that's kind of where they want him to be. But I mean, he's fine. He does well. But I just don't think you're ever going to be an elite offense with that guy as your number one.
No.
I think the NFL has shown time and time again you need the guy that's the size of Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors. Those type of guys that are going to, not only can they take the top off, but they can also go up and get you 50-50 balls, and they're just bigger, physical guys that can run routes really well.
Yep.
Number 10, Mr. Consistent, Devontae Adams for the Los Angeles Rams. We might see 2 Rams on this list.
Yeah, no
which is
argument.
nuts.
No argument there.
33, had a hell of a production-led season last year, at 32. Works in a great offense. He had 14 touchdowns. Could have easily, been voted as maybe one of the best wide receivers in the league last year. Ton of production. I think the only kind of offs, he caught touchdowns. He's kind of moving into that Mike Evans role in his career where he's just going to be a really good red zone threat.
Yeah.
He's not going to consistently get you 1,000 yards per season, obviously with only 789 yards being his lowest total since 2015. But, catching 4 touchdowns, that's not a bad season either. So, still runs routes at an incredible – that's always been his top thing. He's never been speed-driven, but he runs routes probably better than anybody in the league. And he's got great hands.
Catches tough balls.
Yeah. Sure does. Number 9, A.J. Brown.
Yeah, he probably fits. Just sour. Just a little bit sour about the guy.
Okay.
Not sure what we got going there for character, but this isn't about character. This list isn't built on character. It's built on production. It's built on whatever. But at the same time, he didn't have a wow season in Philadelphia.
He didn't get the ball thrown to him.
No, he didn't. He didn't. And why he didn't get the ball thrown to him, we'll leave that open for speculation.
Well, I think that goes
elsewhere.
back to the first thing that you were talking about where there's some character things.
Yeah.
I don't think he liked being in Philly. I think there was a lot of things going on, especially between him and Hurts and him and Sirianni. For sure. I think there was just a lot of stuff that he did not appreciate. Obviously he was very passive-aggressive about some of the things that he was trying to let people in on about how he felt about it. But at the same time, he still showed up and he didn't quit on the team.
Right.
He's ecstatic to be in New England.
Oh, yeah.
Super, super happy to be there. He gets a lot of shade for being really damn good.
Yeah.
I think he's really, really good. And at the height of his powers, I think he's one of the top 3-4 best guys in the league, in my opinion, just because of his size and his speed and what he's able to do outside the numbers. He's going to be in a Josh McDaniels offense. They're not going to have a lot of excuses this year. They made the Super Bowl last year. You got to build upon that stuff.
Yeah.
They've added some pieces. Now you've got the weapons you need in order to make a little bit of a better run. And one of your worst options is Booty, who is also a very good wide receiver. I think the Patriots are going to be interesting to watch for sure. But A.J. Brown's production, in my opinion, at 29, he's kind of reaching that pivoting point from peak into your 30s. How are you going to handle that? I think he's got a real opportunity to have some good productive years for sure.
Yeah, he fits.
Yeah. Number 8, Nico Collins for the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Another dude that's super talented.
Could almost argue maybe a little low.
Maybe a little low. I would also argue, what could he do with a better quarterback?
Correct.
Because the fact that he's ranked 8th on this list with C.J. Stroud and his production over the last couple of years.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah. So around 25% of Collins' catches went for 20 or more yards last season. His 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons tied for the longest streak in franchise history, and Collins also was tied for second in receptions of 40 or more yards last season with 5. So, like a guy like Pickens, Collins is a true outside wide receiver who stretches down the field, averaging 15 yards per reception over his 5-year career, which is insane, and has a drop rate of 1.7%.
The way they mentioned...
That's 2 drops for every 119 targets.
That's pretty good.
Really
I'm told that's pretty good. The way that they listed Pickens there suggests that he's going to be north on this list.
So you're telling me we could potentially have 2 Rams and 2 Cowboys on this list?
It's very possible. And I'm not generally a big Pickens fan. Not a big Pickens fan.
All right. Well, at number 7, why don't you go ahead and tell me why?
There's George Pickens.
Yeah.
So I don't know I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it was with the organization, but he just couldn't get it right and get it figured out in Pittsburgh. I know he's a talent. We've watched it. I know he's got the skills and the attributes. I know it's there. Just didn't know if it was a Pittsburgh-related problem or if it was a Pickens-related problem or a combination of the both, because neither side could really get along on whatever the case is. What he did in Dallas shows what he has for a skill set, and he is a very, very good wide receiver. So
when given the opportunity, though.
Correct. Otherwise, if I'm not involved, I'm going to take plays off. But a lot of that was seen in Pittsburgh, not as much in Dallas because he got fed a lot more by Dak in Dallas. And Pittsburgh had their own QB woes going on, and they had whatever going on, and Tomlin wasn't sure if he was going to be there, and the front office was kind of a mess. And I started to get a little bit sour towards Pickens because I thought it was more about me, and not enough about the team, that was the stance he was taking. But obviously he came into Dallas, and he provoked things on occasion, but for the most part, you didn't see a lot of the same character flaw. So whether it was the guys around him, whether it was an organization, whatever, he somewhat redeemed himself a little bit, and he's a hell of a good wide receiver.
93 catches for 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns. His 5 games with at least 125 yards, tied for the most in a single season in franchise history. And when you look at the people that have played wide receiver in Dallas over the course of the last 40 years, that's pretty impressive.
It is.
With the Michael Irvings and the,
Yep.
and the such.
So I won't pick on him as badly. I won't.
You won't pick on Pickens?
I think that there's
I will, because here's why I think some of those things are inflated. 2 reasons. Number one, he was in a contract season last year. We all know what that does, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to say any more than that. But to me, this proves, in some form or fashion, and I'm sure some people would probably argue against it, that he is more of a 2 than a 1.
Oh, sure. Yep.
The one coordinator did not hesitate to ask which Cowboys wide receiver is number 1 in opposing game plans. But when you have CeeDee Lamb on the other side of it, who's a proven commodity, who can actually, go out there against your best guy and beat him on a consistent basis, for the most part, draws a ton of attention and opens up a lot of opportunities for a guy like Pickens. Now, that's not to, in any way, to deteriorate who he is as a player, because I do think he's really good and I think he's got good hands. Yep. But when you've got CD on the other side drawing more attention, leaving you more one-on-ones, you better make the most of it. And he did. Can he consistently do it, though? Because to my knowledge, he got a franchise tag. They still don't have that whole contract thing worked out. So there's still a little bit of that in-house drama that he brings in with him.
Well, Jerry Jones.
That too.
I mean, come on.
That too. So I think this speaks volumes to the fact that they were able to pick up a guy like this and fit him into the system, feed him, make him work. I mean, his stat line's undeniable. So, but I give a lot of credit to CeeDee Lamb taking on a lot of those extra defenders and leaving him open. And then also a lot of credit to Dak for prioritizing getting him the ball and giving him those opportunities when, he's not taking on double teams or the best DBs in the league like CD is.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
They ranked him as high as 5 was his highest ranking. Puts him here at number 7. CeeDee Lamb at number 6. Ooh. So there's your second Cowboy right there. 1 and 2, 6 and 7. So they're saying Lamb is coming off his worst statistical season since he was a rookie in 2020. He dealt with an early season ankle injury and never quite took off, finishing with 1,077 yards and 3 touchdowns. Usually an after-the-catch standout, his 322 yards after the catch were down for his standards, and his 8 drops tied for second in the NFL behind Travis Kelce. Even so, the goodwill has built over the six seasons, helped him in voting. He's still a game breaker and appeared on all but one ballot, ranking as high as 3 on some people's ballots. Lamb's 571 receptions are the 5th most in the NFL since 2020 and already the 3rd most in Cowboy history as he passed Dez Bryant last season.
No heartburn with 6.
No heartburn with 6?
No.
No? Anybody below him? I mean...
No.
I really like Nico Collins.
I like Nico. Yeah, no real heartburn there.
I have some tough sledding with CD, with the drops and some things like that. Obviously, last year was not his best year, and he has been super productive over the course of his first 6 years in the league. He's undeniably a top 10 wide receiver in the league. But I don't know, man. There might be some guys I'd switch just a little bit as they're kind of on the up and up.
I think I'm going to have some issues with at least one player in the top 5.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I did not look at this one. I looked at the running back one, but I didn't look at this one. So I'm assuming you've still got some Jamar Chase. I'm assuming you've still got some Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
There's probably a Puka Nacua in there.
Yeah, that's 3. I think there might be a Chief.
No.
There might be a Chief.
No.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
No flipping way. Absolutely not.
Okay. Because I'm going to have...
You're thinking Worthy's on this list?
Nope.
You thinking Rashee Rice is on this list?
Might be.
No way.
I'm going through the remaining receivers, and if he's on this list, I'm sliding the mic away and I'm leaving.
So there's 5. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Correct.
We got 5 left.
Correct.
And I can tell you that one is Chase, one is Jefferson, and one is, who did I just say?
Got to be Puka.
And Puka.
Okay.
So now there's 2 rogues in there somewhere.
Anybody for Seattle?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
One remaining spot.
Jackson Smith and
Okay.
Jigba. Yeah, that's a good call. He's definitely there. Amon-Ra. St.
Okay.
Brown.
Well, okay.
But now it depends on where they're at.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, as long as there's not a Chief in the top 5,
Yeah.
I'll remain.
Okay.
I will stay.
So it's
seated.
definitely Puka. It's definitely Amon-Ra. Jackson Smith. Jamar Chase. Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson's going to be 1, Chase 2,
Yeah.
and then crapshoot for the next 3.
Okay.
Yep.
See if we're right.
Boom.
Amon-Ra St. Brown at 5. Highest ranking was number 2. I don't have any problem with this.
Nope.
The guy, I think he's undersized, and I think he's unbelievable with the stuff that he's able to do. I think he runs routes incredibly well. I would argue he could probably even go higher on this list, just based on all the intangibles that he's got.
I think he's seated. I think he's seated just right.
I think he's like, he's the version of Tyreek Hill. Obviously not the speed-wise thing, but like he's undersized. I've said that a million times. I know that, but he's got great hands. I think he does some dynamic things, and there's just a lot of good things that he does.
He gets open.
Yeah.
I think he's seated just perfect on there.
Yeah. He's putting continuous stress on you, even though you know he's not going vertical. He has a unique way of working leverage, strong as hell, and can separate at the point and is shifty. Plays as if he's being disrespected at all times.
Yes.
I think I would agree with that. St. Brown's 582 yards after the catch in 2025 were the 3rd among all wide receivers until he got hurt in Week 14. And the Lions wideout is the only player with at least 1,000 receiving yards and 10 touchdown catches in each of the past 3 seasons. Mind you, Calvin Johnson also played for the Lions. He had 4 of those
Mega
seasons. So
Megatron.
and he's doing that with Jared Goff at at quarterback, which is no slouch either, but still doing a lot there.
Seated well at 5.
4, Puka Nacua.
Seated well at 4.
Yeah, Puka's an interesting one though this year. He's got a lot of off the field drama going on. Went into rehab. Undeniable talent. Again, I don't know how the hell they found this guy. Just some random draft pick that they made out of nowhere and just turns into one of the best catching wide receivers in the league. About 85% of Nakua's votes were within the top 5 as he led the NFL with 129 catches in 2025.
You know, this is bad because it's a sports podcast, and I should know this, but did he come from UCLA? Where's he from? Where'd he go to college?
Let's find out.
BYU. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, 668 yards after the catch led all wide receivers last season, while 80 of his catches went for first downs. That's nuts.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
So he had 129 catches and 80 of those went for first downs. He got 77.2% of his targets, symbolizing his incredible consistency. And Nacua is the classic plays faster than his time guy. He ran a 4.57 second 40-yard dash coming out of BYU, but Nacua accelerates through receptions and maximizes his speed better than anyone.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a 2027 free agent. And another huge season will seek him having another contract, but has dealt with off-the-field concerns this offseason, including a stint in rehab. But he still appears to be in the Rams' long-term plans. So I don't even remember what he went to rehab for.
I do not.
I don't feel like it was substance? I don't feel like it was. I feel like it was something else. Why did Puka go? Focus on personal growth, health, and overall behavior. So voluntarily checked into a Malibu facility in March of 26 prior to a civil lawsuit being filed against him. This included accusation of assault and battery and an apology from an unintentional anti-Semitic gesture made on an internet live stream in December. Representatives and Nacua stated the stay was to take responsibility for well-being and address off-field habits and seek support. So there was a civil lawsuit, and then his performance stats, blah, blah, blah. So sounds like he went to rehab just to try to fix the way that he thinks.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And escape some media, potentially.
Yeah, probably.
Taking a little
go
holistic
away,
approach.
go into this hole.
Yep.
Maybe that's why Rodgers
out of sight, out of mind.
Maybe that's why Rodgers takes those darkness retreats.
Yeah, he does.
He got back together with his family this weekend.
Did he?
It's kind of cool.
Cool.
He's been completely alienated from them for like a decade.
On his own doing.
And he took pictures with him and his brother and his nieces and nephews and his mom and dad. And so kind of cool, right?
Yeah,
like,
found a way back into the spotlight like Aaron does. We know.
Can't even give the guy credit for trying to rebuild relationships.
Quiet time.
Yeah.
It's Rogers time. Here we go.
Not as bad as LeBron.
He'll be on McAfee next week now. Talking about his relationship with his family.
Number 3, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, good.
Seattle. Coming off probably one of the best wide receiver seasons we've seen in a while. I think he won NFC or NFL Offensive Player of the Year with 1,700 receiving yards, accounting for 44% of his team's receiving yards in 2025, the highest player share since Brandon Marshall did it with the Bears in 2012. Man, you can make an argument that he's the best.
Well, you can until you see who's planted in number 1 and number 2.
But here's the thing. I've got issues with who is surrounding 1 and 2.
Yeah.
We saw what happened with at least one of the 1 and 2 when the quarterback got swapped out for a lesser talent.
Yeah.
And the other one has a quarterback that can't stay healthy.
Correct.
So, while you are correct, Jackson Smith continues to do it even with lesser talent behind quarterback.
What are you talking about? Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold should have been in the top 10
before
last week.
Even before Darnold got there, he was taking passes from Geno Smith and still being productive.
Yeah, true.
If you go back and look here...
Kraft Mac and Cheese
I
Power
love
Pack.
Kraft Mac and
Hey,
Cheese.
hashtag not a sponsor.
I love how there's just no warning when I click on these and they're just like, all right, here's an ad. Doesn't matter. It's going to play. But yeah, so he's had, 3 seasons in the league and he's got over 3,500 yards.
It's pretty good.
I don't like the way that they do this.
Kraft Mac and Cheese.
Son of a
Hey,
biscuit,
we
man.
like Kraft
See
Mac
what I
and
mean?
Cheese.
You just go to a different thing.
It's lunchtime. They're going to run that
Yeah.
extra special.
So, obviously, rookie season, still had 628 yards, kind of feeling it out, 4 touchdowns, and he comes in 2024. Now, this is without Sam Darnold. This is 1,100 yards,
Geno.
6 touchdowns
Yep.
on 137 targets and 100 receptions. Only gets 19 more receptions, but ends up with about 600 more yards with Darnold and a better team.
Yeah, now
Better overall team.
Now a fumbling problem.
Also, you have to take into account, I know a lot of people are going to laugh at this, that was before Cooper Kupp came onto the team as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper's going to take a couple of those targets away, kind of open some things up. Now, not as much this year. He's going to be the primary target, so we'll see how Jackson Smith does being the primary option, and one of those things that defenses are definitely going to plan more for, but I think it speaks volumes to what he's able to do even with lesser talent.
Yeah.
So, number 2, Justin Jefferson.
Oh.
Undeniable. The dude's great. I hate talking about it
one.
because he's a Viking, but he's so stinking good, man. He's so stinking good. But when you had JJ back there, McCarthy, throwing him the ball, we had a precipitous drop-off in production this year. He was number 1 on the list last year before that. Historically, 6 years start to his career did not vie for the top spot as strongly as he had in years past, but he registered number 1, number 2 votes, around 70% of the ballots, with several voters considering him a cut above the rest. Jefferson's 480 yards are the most of any player through his first 6 seasons in the NFL. His 6 straight 1,000-yard campaigns tie Randy Moss for second in the franchise, and Chris Carter did it in his first 8. Jefferson's career low, still made it over 1,000 yards, though. 1,048 yards in 2025. Hurt his vote slightly, but most voters gave him a pass due to poor quarterback play, and several other voters now. Professionally, Jefferson handled the offensive stalling. His 53% double team percentage ranked first among wide receivers, and his expected 1,500 yards the previous season with Sam Darnold. So, again, I think I give Darnold a lot of credit. He leaves Minnesota, has another 1,500 yard plus wide receiver. When he was in Minnesota, Jefferson also had 1,500 yards.
Yep.
So he's finding his guys, finding a way to throw them open and get them there. You kind of had an interesting look when you saw him at 2.
I had to put him 1. At 1.
He's really good.
I think he's going to do more for you than Jamar Chase, because I know Jamar Chase is sitting there at number 1.
Jamar.
And there he is.
Jamar Chase. Chase dominated the votes. 70% of the first place votes, despite finishing third in catches with 125 and fourth in receiving yards with 1,400 yards last season. Again, still did that without Burrow for almost half the season.
Right.
Still had 1,400 yards.
Yep.
Chase's 6,837 yards are the second most by any player in the first 5 seasons, only trailing Jefferson, both of which are from LSU. Shout out to wide receiver university there. And since debuting in 21, Chase's 19 touchdowns of 40-plus yards are the most in the NFL, 6 more than the next closest player of that being Tyreek Hill, and his 29 receptions against press coverage topped the NFL in 2025, highlighting his response when challenged at the line. I really like Jamar. I have no problem with him being at 1.
Yeah, no. It's fine. I'd put Jefferson there, but it's fine.
I think it just goes back to doing more with less. I think when you have obviously he's got the better quarterback when healthy, but Burrow's not always healthy, and he's still getting almost 1,500 yards with Jake Browning, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Throwing him the ball.
Yep.
So I always look at guys like that, even like when Devontae was in what used to be Oakland, but is now Las Vegas.
Yeah.
He was still producing. Devontae Adams was still producing, and he had nobody throwing him the ball. I think that speaks volumes to who you are as a wide receiver, your ability to get open, make the guys miss, yards after the catch, all that stuff. And not to say that Jefferson doesn't do that by any means, and we've only got 1 year showing him of subpar quarterback talent. We'll see what happens here. Jefferson seems to really like the difference between JJ versus Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's super short. I don't know if he's going to be able to see over the O-line to find Jefferson down there.
I will throw it up. Justin's down there somewhere.
He's down there somewhere. So, we'll see. Interesting lists here. I know not the most riveting content, but I would probably just make a better argument for Jackson Smith. I think he's really good, but I could eat crow on that by the end of this year and see what happens.
No, I don't think you'd eat crow, but I don't think you can elevate him above 1 and 2.
Probably not.
Because those guys are 1 and 1A.
Yeah.
And then, so you could put Jackson at 2 if you wanted. Because it'd be 1A, 2.
He's only 6 feet
Kraft
tall.
mac and cheese.
Yeah, he's not a big guy. Crap, mac and cheese. Crap.
Son of a... mac and cheese, man.
What was that dialogue? What was that?
What? Your mom's going to get mad at me now.
Nope. I've cleaned up my language.
There's lack of any language here today.
No problems with the list.
No, not bad. Not bad list. I think, obviously, there's a little bit more of a dynamic conversation around quarterbacks just because they're quarterbacks. So, but...
Sophie Cunningham.
And the art of being unmissable.
Interesting ball player she is.
You could say that?
Yep.
For sure.
Good ball player.
But, yeah, as far as other news goes, not a ton. We're still waiting on LeBron's ass to make a decision as to where he's going to go. Not that it's going to really make that much of a difference. But I think right now of active sports, which there's only like one thing going, I think it's just, what's going on with baseball. How's that going to shake out as we get in, to the latter half of the summer? We are, 2.5, 3 weeks away from football kicking off with the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preseason's on its way.
Yep. So
college football
we're almost
on
through
its
it,
way.
man. We're almost through it. We're getting there. There's no good college football conversations happening either. Just kind of looking that up. Didn't find anything fun to talk about there. Yeah, man.
We were going to talk about the Michigan thing last week.
It's super dry.
We chose not to, and I don't want to talk about it this week.
What a terrible time to have a 100th episode, Just right in the dog days of summer with nothing to talk about.
Well, it happens. I mean, it happens.
Pretty much par for the course for this show, I guess.
And when I came in here today, I wasn't entirely sure that I was even going to make 100 possible.
The Michigan AD stepping down.
Yep.
At the end of the year, so that's good.
Yep.
Division II pushes for
too much stress, man.
Age-based eligibility in Division II. Division II athletes would move immediately to age-based eligibility model adopted by the Division I under proposed emergency legislation announced on Tuesday. Division II Management Council recommended the Division Executive Board adopt a model that would create a 5-year period of eligibility effective for the 26-27 academic year. Under the proposal, an athlete's eligibility will begin upon full-time enrollment or the regular academic year immediately following the student-athlete's 19th birthday,
Yep.
which occurred earlier. I didn't realize there was a difference in D1, D2 eligibility. That's fun. Series of lawsuits have been filed in a state and federal court since the Division I Council approved age-based eligibility in June of 23. Athletes who graduated from high school in 22 and exhausted their 4-year eligibility in the last academic year have argued they have been unfairly denied a 5th year of eligibility in 26 and 27, and an Ohio judge this month granted a preliminary injunction for the 24 Division I men's and women's college basketball players who sued the NCAA for eligibility. The judge said the NCAA eligibility rules have been applied in an arbitrary and capricious manner. The NCAA said it would not make exceptions.
Yeah.
Unlike these judges who continue to make exceptions based on where they went to school.
Yes. We will wait until we are much closer to college football before we start talking about NCAA, because this is the riffraff that we get to deal with during our little lull here.
I guess we could have talked a little bit about this. Maybe we'll save that for next week when there's more information. But Greg Sankey said Monday that he continues to have conversations with congressional leaders about the Protect College Sports Act, but stopped short of saying whether all the conference's suggested changes need to be implemented for the bill or for it to support the bill. Basically, SEC threatening to break away if the bill goes through.
Ugh.
How did that work out for Live Golf?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not very well. Apparently, there's a big lawsuit going on because they've got unpaid bills.
Mm.
So somebody's
not hard to believe.
Somebody's going after Live Golf for like, they're like, yeah, they've basically got all these invoices they haven't paid for, so they're like, we're going to take you to court. And I'm like, dude, that's the funniest thing ever.
We're gone.
So
we're
you're telling
offshore.
me these oil king Saudis can't pay for their own shit?
No, they're just choosing not to.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Because there are no rules and everything's made up over there.
Never saw that coming.
No.
Right? I mean, come on. What a great idea.
Yeah, because going to work for those guys sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it did.
Blood money. It's crazy. Probably shouldn't have said that. Whatever. Just so everybody knows, I'm not suicidal.
We say shit all the time we're not supposed to say.
Photo shows severity of Puka Nakua's alleged bite. What?
And you're going to open it. Here comes the Kraft mac and cheese again.
No, this is a different...
yep, you'll see.
Different website.
Advertisement loading. See it? There it is.
Yeah, but look.
Oh, it's the Ford Summer Sales Event. Hashtag not a sponsor.
A color photo of a bite mark Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua allegedly left on a woman's shoulder shows the incident was not horseplay, according to an attorney representing the woman. Joseph Carr, the attorney, addressed the matter in a case management conference statement filed Monday, July 20th, as part of the woman's civil lawsuit against Puka, who we just mentioned while saying he's one of the top 5 best receivers. After the lawsuit was filed on March 25th, the Los Angeles County Superior Court, Nacua engaged the crisis management team to besmirch and falsely portray the plaintiff as horseplay, according to the filing. Associated Press of Los Angeles Times both reported March 25th that Nakua's attorney, Levi McCatherine II, described Nacua biting the woman as horseplay. Nacua, who's 25, faces possible misdemeanor battery charges with the city attorney handling the case. But on Monday, a spokesperson for the city attorney said in an email that the matter is currently on track to be resolved through pre-filing diversion. Is there? Oh, my gosh, dude!
That's horseplay.
That looks like dental records.
Yeah, that's horseplay.
Yikes! Ooh. Puka Nacua accuser got tinnitus shot after the alleged bite, the lawyer says. The bite caused a micropuncture of the woman, and the woman had to get a tetanus shot. According to Carr, at the request of the USA Today Sports, Carr provided the color photo of the bite mark. He said the black and white copy filed as evidence and may be one reason the bite mark has been, in his opinion, underplayed. Dude, that's kind of gnarly. It literally looks like Play-Doh. Like you put like a Play-Doh impression into like Play-Doh and it cuts out the...
It's perfectly round.
It is. It's kind of weird. Yowza.
Huh.
The woman is not being identified by name because USA Today does not name people who report being assaulted, and the incident took place December 31st, 2025, after a New Year's Eve dinner in Los Angeles, according to the lawsuit filed by the Los Angeles Superior Court.
Well, he clearly didn't have enough to eat at that New Year's Eve dinner.
The alleged bite took place in a Sprinter van after the dinner, according to the complaint.
Yeah.
Nakua, according to the complaint, viciously attacked the woman, leaving an impression of all his teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you could probably count all of them there. All his teeth on her scapula, and would not release her for what seemed like 10 to 20 seconds. The woman was folded over, started crying, and suffered from severe physical and emotional pain, according to the complaint. I can see that. Seeking damages for the assault and battery, gender violence, and negligence, according to the complaint. And Nakua, he is Nuka-ing his career at this point, committed battery against the woman because of her gender, according to the complaint. You've seen a lot of things. You ever seen a bite mark like that?
No. But this is what's coming in the back of the NFL end zones and on the helmets now. Don't bite. That's going to be the new one. Don't bite.
Women. Don't bite women.
I think you can just say don't bite.
Well, he did it because she was a woman, though.
No horseplay.
Yeah. Grab ass.
Antonio Brown would say, don't bite white women.
Is he still wanted for
I don't know.
attempted murder?
I don't care. I don't care.
Huh. Yeah, Tom Pelissero, Carl Ravitch, and Ryan Clark are the ones that got laid off.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Fun stuff.
There's a lot of nothingness, man.
Man, you tell me.
Tell
me more.
Much nothingness.
Tell me more. If you want more nothingness, you can be a part of the show. You can email us at thearmchairauthority@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Instagram, Twitter. Follow us over there if you want to know when new episodes are dropping. Fun stuff like that. If you want us to make it to another 100 episodes, you might want to tell a friend to listen. So it's the only way we can gain new listeners. You can leave a 5-star review on your podcast service of choice. You can find us anywhere that podcast services are distributed. Mainly on Spotify, Apple Music, those type of things. There's also a YouTube channel if you'd like to listen to podcasts on there. All of our episodes get posted to the YouTube channel, so you can do that as well. Yeah, we made it to episode 100.
100.
Pretty fun. I got to go to Vegas this week for work.
I don't.
But we'll be back next week. It'll be great. And we'll be that much closer to football. And maybe there'll be some more conversations to have other than top 10 lists. And maybe Kelly will be in a better mood.
I'm a guy who doesn't go to movies by myself, Ryan.
It's because you're a loser.
Right.
It's because you don't like yourself.
That is very true as well.
You should try it sometime. Get yourself a little Diet Coke, a little peanut M&M action. Sit in the middle row.
I'll just hammer down the popcorn. I love popcorn.
You like popcorn?
Yeah, I'm going to hammer it down.
So, go see The Odyssey. It's a good time. Don't let the internet and all these other people try to deter you from what it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those movies that it might be a generational thing by the time it's all said and done. Really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff.
I'm going to get a review of it tonight.
I liked it. Again, I'm just a 34-year-old that goes to movies by himself, so take that with a grain of salt.
Pee Wee Herman did that. Look how that worked out for him.
Yikes. Oh, speaking of weird stuff, I got one more thing.
We can't close. We can't close.
Thank you for reminding me, because I have to play this one thing, and then we can go. So I was scrolling through Instagram, and there's a guy who, they also have a podcast, and I'll tell you what it is in case you guys want to listen to them as well. But they found a guy that collects like dirtbag memorabilia, and this is one of the things that they found.
We wanted you guys to see this. I found this guy who's called Scumbag Card Collector.
Hell yeah.
And what he does is he just collects cards of scumbags. But this guy, he got the Holy Grail. Lose your mind.
I've been teasing this purchase a little bit to people, letting them know this is the new crown jewel of my collection. It's not a trading card. It's better, but it finally came in. It came in like 2 days ago, and I've been too nervous to even open it. But this is something I've been on the hunt for a while. I didn't even know this guy had signatures out there. I don't even know what to say anymore. I just got to show you. This is out of control. This is an artist rendering.
Oh my God, that's Jerry
hand-painted
Sandusky.
picture, certified autograph of Jerry Sandusky hugging a bunch of little kids, signed by Jerry Sandusky, signed and numbered by the artist. Bunch of kids around him, hand around him. Got the Nittany Lion over here, some of the players.
Yeah, the ghosts.
Look at him with the headset on. This picture is everything that my collection stands for.
I get it, bro. I get it. I like this guy.
I really.
Oh no.
Yep. That is from the Ipon the Left podcast. So if you want to go listen to that episode, they're over there. I want to give them credit because they're the ones that found it. But when I found it, I obviously thought of you being the huge Nittany Lion fan that you are for Penn State.
Right.
But how do you feel about Mr. Sandusky just actively signing things? Do you think he's even looking at this stuff, or do you think he looked at that and went, yeah, okay, I'll sign a picture of me surrounded by a bunch of kids?
No, total hopelessness, doesn't care. He's gonna
Yeah.
sign whatever they slide in front of him.
Pretty much, yeah, I guess I'll sign my own ticket to hell at this point.
He did that years ago.
Yeah.
No, he's a turd.
Pretty hilarious.
That is good.
That exists. Somebody owns that in their collection. A artist rendering of him surrounded by little kids.
That's awful. Why do they got to put
And
the
he
players
signed
in the
it.
background? Yes. Why did you know what? Because the only thing he looked at on there was him in his headset.
Probably.
That's the only thing.
I think
that's
they
me.
I think they had Paterno, the ghost of Paterno, up in the right corner.
Did they?
I think they did.
Stop.
I think they did.
Stop it.
Do you need me to reach out to that guy and see if I can get that for your collection?
No.
Scumbag collection.
Scumbag
That's so funny.
collection. Fitz, we have a new number one. Wow.
Very good. All right. Well, we will catch you guys next week. Stay safe.
No, we won't.
Are you
Or
gone?
will we?
Are you gone?
Wait a minute. When are you gone?
I'm just gone Wednesday to Sunday.
Oh, we're good. See
Yeah.
you next week.
Yeah.
We're good.
That's what I said earlier.
I know.
We'll be fine. Okay. All right. Stay safe. Love you.
They know the game, but they're keeping it fun. Poking fun at the stats, they're second to none.